Good afternoon to everyone. And now I want to start my paper. Azerbaijani mysticism is an integral part of the history of the world philosophy. Throughout history, many philosophers and thinkers have propagated their ideas in historical Azerbaijani lands. Also, the history of Sufism was formed and enriched by the activities of Azerbaijani Sufis. Since the Middle Ages, the activities of mystic giants such as Seyyid Yahya Bakuvi, Shams Tabrizi, Fazlullah Naimi, Imadettin Nasimi began in Azerbaijan and spread to many Islamic countries. However, we should note with regret that due to many historical reasons, the traditions have been forgotten. In recent times, interest in Sufism, including Sufi music, has begun to grow in the country again. Various performers, singers, and composers have incorporated musical samples with mystical meanings into their works. Today, there are Sufi orders such as Naqshbandi and Rifai in the country. They hold their ceremonies in a cult, but we were able to convince members of these orders to provide some information about themselves. Sufi music is mentioned in Azerbaijani musicologist and philosopher Gulnaz Abdullazade's book, Musical Culture of Ancient and Middle Ages. Also, Fahrettin Salim's book, Irfan and Sufism in the National Memory System. These books provide detailed information about Sama and other zikr ceremonies, Sufi scholars, and their works. Hungarian ethnographer and musicologist János Sipos, in May-June 1999, during his visit to Azerbaijan, visited Sundi village of Gobustan region and participated in the zikr ceremony held there. He wrote about this in his book, Azerbaijani Folk Songs. Today, looking at the general picture, we can see that Sufi music exists in different parts of the country and in different forms. We attempt to investigate, analyze, and study how it's used in zikr ceremonies, composers' works, and popular music. Sufi music, as an order music, exists in Naqshbandi order in the Aslanbeyli village of Kazakh region and in the Rifai order in the Amirjan village of Baku. The forms of the performing music in both orders are different. For example, while the Naqshbandi zikr is a musical phrase consisting several musical bars, the Rifai music is a hymn with a larger composition. These hymns have an uplifting and energetic melody. The spread of Naqshbandi order in Azerbaijan dates back to the 19th century. Hajj Mahmud Darani is considered the sheikh of the Naqshbandi order. And like Mevlevis, they also direct their worship towards the sky during zikr. The music performed during these zikrs consists of short musical phrases that are repeated in accordance with the verses of the poetic texts. The next order is the Rifai order, which was formed in more recent times. In the Rifai order, based in the village of Amirjan, zikr is performed by gathering in a circle and remembering God. We participated in the ceremony, recorded and analyzed the musical samples which sung during this ceremony. Babat, the head of the Rifai order, Eldar Shafir, who was the talented painter of Azerbaijan, directed this ceremony. He worked in Turkey for some time, met there Sheikh Muzaffer Ozak, a representative of the Sufi order. After spending time in Muzaffar Ozak Efendi's dergah, he met Burhanettin Efendi, the sheikh of the Rifai order. With the sheikh's permission, he continues his spiritual journey here, and Burhanettin Efendi sent him to Azerbaijan as a disciple of the Rifai order. At the Rifai Zikr ceremony we participated in, the dervish entered Zikr assembly by kissing Baba's hand. Baba was the head of the assembly and the music performer was sitting next to him. The music was mainly played by percussion instruments. The Zikr ceremony started first with hymns praising to the Prophet Muhammad and his family, also his companions, which called Sahabe, and Piri Murshids, who are the Sufi saint. The music accompanied by bandir, a percussion instrument. Later, with Baba's instruction, he started chanting. In the Rifai order, chants such as Hey, Hu, La ilaha illallah, Allah Allah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Astaghfirullah were repeated many times. The ceremony ended with the reading of Al-Fatiha and Salawat to all the saints. Let's take a look at some examples of the music performed at the meeting. The examples here are syllabic poems and belong to the heritage of Sufis as Yunus Emre, Shah İsmail Xətai, Nəsimi, Pir Sultan Abdal, and so on. One of the most observed aspects of the performances is that the song starts slowly and quietly and gradually moves to the forte and fast tempo. It is also noteworthy that the range of melodies in the examples are featured with high diapasons. However, according to the older people in these communities, the interest in zikr ceremonies among young people is starting to decrease. They primarily focus to fulfilling the basic religious duties such as prayer and fasting. In Azerbaijan, there are artists who blend Sufi music in contemporary elements. By combining traditional instruments with modern production techniques and electronic sounds, they create a unique musical texture. Artists such as Fergane Qasımova and Alem Qasımov are prominent figures in preserving and modernizing Sufi music and traditions in Azerbaijan. These musicians successfully maintain the essence of Sufi music while integrating aspects of modern world music. Another representative of modern Azerbaijani music is the musical group Savalan. Founded in Baku in 2002, the group is led by Novruzlu. The members of Savalan include Novruzlu, Həlimət Sultan, Cavad İsmail, Fəxrəddin Salim, and İffət Əsgərov. The group's repertoire mainly consists of hymns, folk songs, and artistic musical compositions. Another representative of Sufi music in Azerbaijan is Fəxrəddin Salim, who is a philosophy doctor in philology and associate professor at the Azerbaijan National Conservatory, as well as the renowned Sufi singer. Fəxrəddin Salim has been a number of various Sufi orders worldwide, including Rifai, Qadiri, Mevlevi, and Naqshbandi. In 2013, he represented Azerbaijan at the 4th Congress of the World Alevi Bektashi Federation in Istanbul, where he was elected as one of the 17 members of the World Alevi Bektashi Divan. He currently teaches at the Azerbaijan National Conservatory. Fəxrəddin Salim is the author of the several books, including İsmi Azam, Irfan and Sufism in the National Memory System, Divan of Ruba'is, and Love Treatise. His collection Simurg, a compilation of works for vocals and national musical instruments. This collection is considered one of the most valuable examples of professional Sufi music in Azerbaijan. The collection includes 30 pieces composed by Salim, as well as works by poets such as Məhəmməd Füzuli, İmadəddin Nəsimi, and Şah İsmail Xətai. Sufi music is also reflected in the works of professional composers, such as Rəhlə Həsənova, a prominent composer of Azerbaijan, was the first to incorporate Sufi philosophy into her compositions. Her compositions such as Qasidə, Dərviş, Səma, all contains elements of Sufi mysticism. In conclusion, we have to note that although interest in zikr ceremonies has been diminished among young people, but among professional musicians, vice versa, express a great interest. While Sufi music is no longer hidden as it was during the Soviet time, it is now more openly displayed. Today, many religious ceremonies are held in Azerbaijan, but Sufi zikr ceremonies remain distinct from the other religious ceremonies. Additionally, there is no uniformity in the musical examples collected from different informants, though the same philosophical themes are evident in the poetic text. Finally, I would like to present the performance of Savalan Group, one of the representatives of Azerbaijani Sufi music, if you would like. But I think there is no sound. Yes, there is no sound.